Okay, hi Aries. Welcome into your reading. We're going to be reading for the final week of May. It's Memorial Day weekend for those who are in the United States, thus the flag. Those celebrating, happy Memorial Day weekend. Those serving, thank you for your service. Everyone else around the world, let me know what you're celebrating this weekend, what holiday you guys got going on. We're just celebrating life in general. You could comment down below. All right, Aries, let's see what's up with you. I'm doing this morning. I should have done this live. At some point, I really should do a live session. I just don't know if I'm mentally equipped to do it, but I'm sure I would be. I just got to put myself in that headspace. Anyway, universe, angel, spirit guides, what's going on for Aries, please, this final week of May? So as you know, the 25th, Saturn just came into Aries, which is really sucks for all Aries and Aries placements. And it's going to be there for 3 years. So the thing with Saturn is it feels like a bully, but you really got to look at Saturn, that planet, like it's a teacher. So it's going to give you some life lessons, which it's not like you need another batch, right? What's going on? Oh my God. Speaking of which, the devil. So that's the whole thing about Saturn. Saturn just gives us life lessons. It teaches us not to repeat patterns, not to date the same old shitty people, to not take the same old shitty jobs, learning on self-love and self-care. But most importantly is control and patience. So Saturn is supposed to be teaching you guys how to plan. So this is the time, the reason that this is happening, it is going to suck. It is going to be a little bit painful, but it's worth it in the end. I'll tell you why. Because this is the point in time, and it's Saturn in Aries, which is even crazier. And it's going to affect you guys the most, is that this is legacy building shit. This is like the next 3 years is big time for you guys. This is like building for the next generation. It's building for your comfort to retire. It's building for your kids. It's building to leave your name behind. It's a big deal, right? So it's not like you don't have the strength or the stamina to go through with it and have it happen. You're just not going to get quick results. And it's going to frustrate you, and you're going to want to give up, and you're going to want to let go. But unfortunately, it's all about the nuance. There's going to be ups and downs. The growth that you're going to receive, though, Aries, this is what's going to help you understand that you're actually on the right track. You're on the right path. But now we got the devil, which is also Capricorn energy, and I'm looking at the moon in reverse. This is also, just so you know, FYI, with Saturn, it's semi-karmic, meaning if you did good, you should be on the right path. If you did bad, you're going to reap what you sowed. So if you were manipulative, or if you were gossipy, or if you were whatever the hell you did that wasn't great, it's coming back tenfold to you. And I see it here with the devil. If you were good and you behaved and you were patient, it's a bounce back effect. Whoever fucked you over is going to get hit really, really hard and really, really bad. And they're going to get kicked while they're down 3 times over. Now, this is why I'm always preaching to you guys. Be good, do good, be patient. I know, it's exhausting. You're always feeling like you're getting kicked in the teeth, but it's somebody else's turn. This year, we'll see. We'll clarify a little bit more. You're dealing with something toxic, by the way. And it's funny that it's like coming right today, where literally today is when Saturn enters Aries. Sorry for the big ass intro, but it's a big deal. And I'm going to keep repeating this to you guys over the next few months, maybe the next 2 years, because I want to keep reminding you, please stay strong. Please be patient with yourself, your life, your situation, your relationships, your career. It's gonna be a slow burn, but do not give up, okay? When you're at the ledge and you're about to punch somebody or say something, walk yourself off. Walk yourself off, because it will have repercussions for the rest of your life. All right, for the rest of your life. Think of the famous person who did one stupid thing, one stupid mistake like 30 years ago, and it fucked over their whole entire career. That's what it will do for you. So I need to impress upon this to you, Aries. All right, enough with the intro. What's coming in towards Aries this last week of May? Because it's going to feel like up and down. You're going to feel like you have a win, and then you have a loss, and then you have a win, and then you have a loss. So when we do our weekly readings, we're going to see how to navigate that. And this is going to go for all the cardinal signs. So if you've got like Cancer, Libra, and what's the other one? In Capricorn, in your chart, it's going to affect all of you. All right. Now, speaking of Capricorn, I have an earth sign here, incoming energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. This is either breaking up with somebody, or this is somebody that you're dealing with that is selfish, that is arrogant, that is an asshole. So if this is a Capricorn, they're getting that dose of Saturn we talk about, but that's their ruling planet. The star, which is Aquarius energy, and the Five of Wands. This is all the stuff I was just talking about. Five of Wands is literally the card. If I had to pull a tarot card for challenges, obstacles, this is it. This is competing. This is challenges. I think this is running through your mind, Aries. I think you're thinking of something that, and you're looking at the obstacles before you even do it or try it. Or I almost want to say you're feeling, I don't want to say this, but this is what I'm feeling. You're feeling negative a little bit. You're like, no, I'm good. No, you're thinking about the problems and the obstacles and the challenges before you attempt it. But I think you're going to do it anyway. It's okay. They will always exist. They will always be there. But there will be one day where there's going to be an opening and you slide right through. All right? And you're feeling maybe hopeless or hopeful. I don't know. But these are the things that you have at the back of your mind. I think you're holding on to a tiny bit of hope that you could create some sort of stardom from this blocks, obstacles, and challenges that you got here. This is in regards to career and your life or whoever you're dealing with. But there's somebody here that you're dealing with that is the obstacle, which is the negative force, which is this person right here. This person in the upright position is someone stable, financially capable, mentally capable, all of that. But in the reverse, this is a selfish individual. Now let's go into love. If this is love related, you're thinking it's just too hard, that I don't know if there's any hope here, or there's just always fighting and whatever this is. So we'll look at this more when we clarify. But this person might have came back into your life, A, for a lesson, B, because they're a karmic, and C, just so you can close this chapter in your life and not repeat this in the next life. All right, so this is the second chance that you're getting with this person. All right, and this is part of that Saturn process I was talking about. When you get the Wheel of Fortune, it is actually beneficial for you, Aries, because they're trying to help you clean your life. They're trying to help you move it forward. You are going to have such growth you can't even possibly imagine. I think your finances will be okay, but you will have those up and downs. And you're having those ups and downs because I think the universe is shifting you to a different level. And it's teaching you these next 3 years how to maintain it and hold it for the rest of eternity. Like I said, this is a big thing. This is like legacy building. It's the same foundation for relationships. Okay? Now, what is it that Aries doesn't see coming? So all these cards are reflecting that because this is literally the same day I'm doing the reading as Saturn entering Aries. And I wanted to do it this morning to see if the cards would be different, and I believe they are. Okay. I would have had the shadow effect yesterday doing your reading, but today I feel like the intensity. And here you are, the Emperor. You're going to boss up. You're going to lead. You're going to be fire. Don't let it get to your head. You really have to practice how to be humble. I know it's just, you're going to want to scream your achievements and you're going to want to push your agenda on leadership. But this is the way to do this is silently. Okay? Speak up when you need to speak up, of course. But don't give extra, if that makes sense to you. If this is a person, maybe you're dealing with another Aries, all right? And you're torn and you don't know what to do. A lot of you are thinking about starting your own company. Do you stay in a traditional job or, leave it and start your own thing? Others of you, it could be a person, but you are taking the lead, all right? Now, what is the advice here? Oof, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So here's part of the growth, all right? The up. You're going to get a new job offer or a solid new start. Solid new start in a relationship. And it's usually new person, new job. Because you're getting an invitation. All right? You are being pushed in this direction anyway. So this is like an invitation. It's on an emotional level that makes you feel good. Okay? And it's personal because it seems semi-serious. And if you are getting a new job, falling in your advice position, I love aces in this position because they're safe. The universe is gifting them to you. Even if it's temporary, even if it's a band-aid, it's part of the process for you to elevate. It's part of your growth pattern. Now, at the bottom of the deck, this is why I'm like, oh my God, this looks great. 10 of Cups, right? This is you being in a happy place, happy environment, or in a happy relationship with somebody. You fit, you make sense, you're on the same trajectory, you are on the same radio frequency, same channel. All right. But under that is also you making a judgment call. You're going to be put in this place where you're going to have to make decisions. And I'm going to bring up the Dolly Parton quote again. Think of where you want to be and who you want to be and take 10 steps towards that. Those 10 steps got to be slow. They've got to be meticulous. All right. And I believe if you take this process and you grow with Saturn in your chart, because it's going to sit there until 2028, I believe you're going to come out of this the winner, the victor, because not only will you be a force like an Aries, a trailblazer, a leader, all of that, but with Saturn as your teacher, you're going to learn how to master control. All right, in a relationship, in dialogue, in performance, at work, and any leadership role. Everyone's going to start turning to you. Now, what is the outcome of the week? Wow, I can't wait to get this video out to you guys. All right, I have another king here, and this person is in the upright position, King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Ooh. Another king at the bottom of the deck. Aries, what's going on? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. These are incomings. I don't see your queens, which is you. I see the kings, which is the other person. We got fire, we got air, we're rejecting earth. I think you're learning to start aligning yourself with what is aligning with your soul purpose, your life. And you're learning to be okay with that. You're not yearning for the more, or you're not. And that's the other thing about Saturn. You're going to learn to let go of control, right? You're going to learn to be more practical. You're going to organize your things, but other things that you can't control, you're learning to let go of that. Now, I'm saying all of that stuff to you because of these kings. I don't know what role they play for you in your life just yet, but they're the incoming energy. This person seems to be willing and wanting to be with you. Whether this is a boss or this is a person that is romantically inclined to come towards you. All right, so is this fire. And right under that is the Two of Swords. And under that, dun, 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 is the Two of Cups, soulmates. So you have a tough decision to make on which direction you're going to take in regards to love or possibly a job. I think you have a twofold situation, though, happening here for you, Aries. I think work and love is hitting you simultaneously, but we'll see. I think the work and money and legacy and your future will be predominantly your focus, though. It might not be today, but eventually it will be. All right. Where I feel like in the past, maybe you were prioritizing love over work or your life or your future. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think because May was a big, big month for you guys in the sense that you were learning what you wanted for your life, for your future, and how you wanted it. So now you're starting to align your life with that and those goals. All right. Why is the devil here, please? Clarify the devil. Now watch me turn my whole story around because of clarifiers. Why is the devil here? The World and the Six of Cups. I think you are definitely closing out a chapter in life. I think we're starting from scratch. I think you're starting new. I think you're also going forward with a purpose and a focus. So that devil, either you are kind of leaving that toxicity behind or this toxic thing behind you, and you're going with a focus because you put in your head, I'm going to take a leap of faith. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to look for the right healthy relationship. Why am I putting myself in a predicament or a situation where A, I'm not happy, or B, this person is sketchy. They're not freaking telling me shit. They're not telling me what they want. That's not me. That's not how I roll. Again, Saturn is going to teach you nothing comes with quick results. Nothing rewarding, that is. But this person, if this is love related, it's different. I think it's with this one individual here, your situation. You're starting to figure out my life needs to align with happiness. What does happiness mean to me, Aries? Does this person contribute to that? Maybe not. Maybe there's somebody else that is, and could be this person or the fire sign I saw. But yeah, I think you're closing out the past. Interesting. I like it. I like it. So even though that the devil is there, I think you know and you see it and you're like, hell no, I'm not doing that shit again. Because you already had 12 years of karmic lessons. They were fucked up. Yes, you have more coming up, but it's not the same. This one you can tolerate. This one you can handle. Because this is the polishing part with Saturn here in your chart. All right, because it happens to be in Aries. It's not another, sign. It just happens to be in Aries. And I think because your opposing planet, which is Mars, and I think you're able to manage this. Why is King of Pentacles in reverse? With the hopeless feel or the hoping feeling in the background and the challenging card. Yeah, you are walking away. You're making a final decision to walk away from somebody. Uh-huh. Yeah, you're kiboshing something. Kishing it. You're like, nope. Yeah, you're using all your strength and might to make a final judgment call. And you're like, where in any of these cups is there emotional fulfillment or happiness? I don't see any. None at all. So you're walking away from this person. See, the Wheel of Fortune came out again in the same position at the back of the deck with a different deck. So not only does that give me chills, it tells me the universe is like, right on, sister. You're saying the way it should be. So this is helping you move forward in your life. The Emperor. When I said right on, sister, I was talking about me. The Emperor. Why's the Emperor here? Yes, you. I had a feeling it was you. So far, the clarifiers are telling me the initial story was correct. Look at you. First of all, this is you. It can be vice versa, but the common thread here is someone is bossing up. Somebody is leading. It's the actual action versus a person coming in. Now, you could be becoming a boss, or you could be taking the lead, or you're taking the lead in a relationship, or you're just like, you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna take control of the matter. Or another Aries or another person is doing that to you. But 9 out of 10, it's you doing this, right? You're taking full on action with this Eight of Wands. You're going back and forth here with somebody. You could be having conversations. You could be texting. You could go be visiting somebody. I'll give you a stupid example. You want a summer vacation body. So you're hitting the gym like nobody's business. You're going back and forth. You're taking action. You want a new job. You're putting out those resumes. You're even learning AI. You're learning whatever it is that you need to do. You're taking those actions, right? But the Knight of Cups is interesting. It's telling me that you're taking action in the sense that you're either inviting somebody out to have a heart-to-heart conversation, or you're taking action, or somebody is inviting you and you're taking action against it. Okay? Because at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords, and under that is the fire sign again, the King. You're going to put your cards on the table, reveal some truths. I think you're on the right track, guys. I think you're on the right path, and this is because of all the life lessons you learned. All right? Now, moving on. This is really good. Don't forget the slow burn. All right? What is the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups? When this offer comes in, this new solid start, this invitation, you will be curious, all right? I do see lover, though, at the bottom of the deck. So I don't know if this is a lover offering you this or what the deal is. But I think there's going to be an ending with a lover, because you're like, anything that's not solid, like solid, you don't need it actually in your life. You're like, I think I value my inner peace more. A lot of you, that could be a business partnership too. So it's making you curious because of the source. That's what that is making me feel like, or representing. You're like, what's that all about? But I like the Ace in the advice position. It's good. What is the King of Swords? This King of Swords is very defensive or resisting. Either you're resisting them or they're resisting you. What's the deal with this? I think a lot of you are using your strength to resist this individual and move away from them, because you think they're toxic, the Devil. It's something you want to do, but you're holding yourself back from doing, a lot of you. Like, it could be something as simple as like telling off a person, and you should. Don't do it. Because it will have negative. If you told me this a month ago, I'd be like, yeah, fuck it. Tell them to fuck off. Excuse the vocabulary. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be aggressive, but I want to make an impact where you're going to remember this. If you told me this a month ago, I'd be like, yeah, say it. Do it. Today, moving forward, don't do it. Walk yourself off the ledge. You will thank me later. Now, if this is love related, yeah, you're kind of moving away. You're hesitating. All right. Even though I do see them available for you, you're just kind of like, I don't know, there's something toxic about it. Maybe not. So that's how this week is ending up for you. What's going on here in love? Angels, what do you see that I don't see? Very soon. Very soon usually talks about when you have a love interest in your life, but you're not certain about them. So it's kind of like you're on the fence. Either it could happen or not, and it's up to you. The ball is in your, courtyard. The ball's in your hands, actually. So I don't know. 9 times out of 10, it also makes me feel like you're not that interested, or you're not sure. You tend to let go, but the universe is about to snatch them from you and throw that fish back into the sea for somebody else to catch. So you got to make a decision if you're going to jump on this or not. Or, you know, we'll see in the extended reading when we clarify who or what that is. I will clarify by trying to figure out who this is for you. Let's see, Moonology, what's going on here? For Aries, please. What a huge reading. This will be one of your biggest readings of the year. All right. Let me see what you got over here. Have faith in your dreams. Abso-fucking-lutely. Because I was looking at the star card sideways, and this is you feeling maybe hopeful, maybe not. Have faith. I'm going to read this. Have faith in your dreams. It's going to take a minute, guys. It's going to take a minute. But don't give up. Remember me when I tell you legacy building shit. All right. Sorry, it's going to take a hot second. Waxing crescent moon. Get to learn moon phases too with me. Okay. Don't give up. The situation you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. Whatever is happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in the self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, then it's not the end. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you want. I read that slow so it could stick. If you can't take practical steps, spend time meditating on the question you're asking about and allow your higher self to download information to you about your best next step. Overall, this card suggests there is every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome to the situation you're asking about. So please keep faith. I'm basically telling you this whole entire reading is how to navigate for your ultimate overall success. And you will. And you will get there. You will get there in every avenue of your life. Have faith in your dreams. Do not stop. Now's not the time. All right, guys. Thank you for checking in. Members, I'll see you over at the extended. Everyone else, I'll see you next week.